Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Captain America issue 327. It is a total classic. We get a epic battle between Steve Rogers and the future US agent John Walker. And it's going to start a pretty compelling story arc that's going to go down for a while in the Captain America series, where Cap is actually going to lose the mantle of Captain America to John Walker. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, reading these issues, I was surprised how John Walker was characterized during this whole story arc. He's very different to the John Walker that we have nowadays. He's still misguided and a blockhead, but here he's like extremely intense and aggressive. It's like the power augmentations that he got from the power broker had really messed with his head. He's also very fixated on getting attention and promoting himself. And the ways that he gets this attention are always very, very sketchy. Now, John Walker's superhero identity during this time was the Super Patriot, and he had like this backup team called the Buckies. One of these Buckies is going to become the future Battlestar, Lamar Hoskins, and he too is going to have a fascinating character arc during this time. Also, they had like this manager that really reminds me of those heel managers from wrestling from back in the 80s. For some reason, he really reminds me of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, this whole era of Captain America is written by Mark Gruenwald, and he's just like this crazy mad scientist, comic book writer. His style is very off the wall. He's always borderlining with the fact that he's going to jump the shark. But boy, can this guy write compelling stories. And he writes John Walker to be a complete a-hole during this whole story arc. And at the end, you're going to start feeling really bad for the guy. So the story actually starts off with the Buckies attacking this type of housing where we have a bunch of students that are immigrants. They seem to be of Arab descent, so the Buckies go there to rough these kids up, to send a message that America doesn't want or need foreign students. You know, xenophobia was like a recurring theme in the Captain America series during this time. Now, I do want to make a parenthesis here because, like, I remember all this hoopla about Captain America and his comic books being overly political during the past couple of years. And a bunch of idiots referencing that his old school comic books weren't like that. Yeah, they probably never read this series because it's very political all the time. Maybe Gruenwald is not trying to indoctrinate you or try to force his political views on you, at least explicitly. But his writing is very much a product of its time. It reflects many views from that era. And there's even a certain level of social critique. So that aside, Captain America gets wind over this attack from the Buckies. He goes to this home where we had all these foreign students. And we get this pretty interesting situation where half the people there are really happy to see Captain America and the other half are really pissed off. Some people there think that Cap was the one that sent the Buckies in the first place. But the writer does want to illustrate this underlying anti-Americanism within students, like they're against the establishment and Captain America represents that. There's even a part where they knock over his motorcycle and Steve is sort of like heartbroken over the situation because he understands what is going down. So Cap knows that the Buckies did this as a publicity stunt and that they're tied to this new wannabe hero, the Super Patriot, that Cap has already had a run-in with. So Steve finds out that Super Patriot is going to precede this event. It's like Live Aid. And Cap wants to confront the Super Patriot over these methods that he's using and that he's extremely heavy-handed. He wants to put him in his place. And the thing is, he arrives at this event. It's pretty fun to see all the big 80s rock stars present at this event. You have Tina Turner, Willie Nelson, Bruce Springsteen. I'm pretty sure the Clash are also present. So obviously when Cap confronts Super Patriot, he takes this very poorly. But also it's a opportunity because if he's able to take down Captain America, he's going to really make a name for himself. So both characters start battling it out, and the thing is that the Super Patriot, he's pretty powerful. Even though Captain America is much more experienced, John Walker's strength and recklessness give him a leg up in the battle. That even though the confrontation ended up in a stalemate, but Cap is visibly shaken over this whole situation. He's like, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this guy? Super Patriot basically stopped fighting because he wanted to see Bruce Springsteen, that he was just about to start a set. And he just leaves Steve standing there. It's so well made, that part. Cap is literally saved by the boss. So we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.